I think it comes down to, working hard and doing everything to apply yourself in every way possible. And if you do that, then at the end of the day, you can't be mad at yourself for any of the decisions that you made whenever it comes to investing, your money and time into a business, right? If I feel like that I applied myself in every possible way and gave it my all, that no matter what happens with it, I'll walk away from it feeling okay.
Right.
And so,
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me for episode 91 of Beyond Business. New studio setup. I'm getting a chance to meet someone that he and I didn't know each other till we shook hands 5 minutes ago. So we're going to get to know him together. And he is a local entrepreneur, young man who's been doing some things over the years. A lot of you know him. A lot of you... Oh, yeah. We're going to get into some interesting stuff with that. Hey, welcome, my man, Jackson Castro. Thanks for joining me, brother.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when it officially starts.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
I just get to rambling before. That's like my...
No. I like it. You have a smooth introduction. Like I said, you're a natural at it.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I thank you. You know what made me do it is... And I don't know how, I'm not in the customer service business, right? So I don't, my people who work for me kind of know what they're doing ahead of time too, because it's contracting.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Dude, I went 2 years to where other than my kid who I would see every other weekend, and when I would go visit my parents who are in town, but I still was so busy, I didn't do that enough. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't have any interactions.
Man.
So I just started doing it as you know what? I know a lot of people. I lost touch.
Let me start connecting with people again.
And everyone loved it. So I was like, all right,
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I definitely understand what it's like to get tunnel vision whenever it comes to your business, and it's hard to really be able to connect with people whenever you're in such a business mindset, right? Because it's all, they say as you get older, a lot of your interactions become more transactional, right?
Right.
And so it's, I think, important to make sure, though, that you also have that connection with people at all times.
You're right.
That is
it's hard.
The personal connection, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, so that was kind of the other side of this was going... And I'm just going to use this guy as an example because I know him and he does a lot of things. Is like Woody, that owns
great guy. He's
10
awesome.
things.
Man, he's awesome.
But he's busy enough, as he should be, that it's hard to just run into him and have a conversation.
Absolutely.
I mean, and so it's almost like, well, you want people to support you. Come let them know who you are. And we're in the day and age of podcasting now, so it's almost like now it's finally to the point where if you're local and you're a business owner and I ask you and you say no, I'm probably going to tell people you said no.
That's a little bit suspicious too, I feel like. It's like, why are you not willing to put yourself out there and be transparent? So that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to doing on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's dive into a little bit of you. I don't know how local you are. I know you had some stuff going on here, but are you a Decatur native?
So I was born and raised in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up in DFW. I was born and raised in Dallas-Fort Worth. I lived in DFW until I was almost 18, and I moved to Mount Zion, actually, whenever I was a junior in high school.
Okay. From Dallas?
Yep, from Dallas-Fort Worth. I ended up only going to school at Mount Zion for a little bit over a year. I didn't finish out my junior year just because of some stuff with sports and eligibility and whatnot, transferring in from other schools. And so that was that. But then I ended up moving to Decatur a couple years after we moved here to Mount Zion, and we lived...
So what brought you here from, was it folks had a job up here or somebody moved?
So
because you were young enough.
My family was from Mount Zion originally. My mom she went to Mount Zion High School.
She came back home.
Yep. And so my grandpa was getting older. He's passed away now.
Sure.
He's actually my great-grandpa, my mother's grandfather.
Okay.
And so she wanted to be closer to him. My dad traveled a lot for work, and it just worked out that my sisters were transitioning schools anyways because they were out of their initial school, their primary school. And so they ended up going to school at Mount Zion for their transition years, fifth grade and freshman year. So it was perfect for them.
Okay. They're younger.
Yep. They're 4 years younger and 6 years younger.
So when you got out of high school, did you further your education immediately, or did you go in the workforce,
Yep.
or what did you do?
So actually, after graduating, I ended up going to Richland Community College.
Sure.
And I was planning on getting my associate's degree.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to, after that, decide where I wanted to go to school. Probably, I was looking at Illinois, potentially, and then I was looking at some schools back in Texas. And so about 6 months before, my second to last semester before getting my associate's degree is when my dad passed away unexpectedly. And so this was...
what time frame are we?
This was in August of 2018.
Okay.
And so I was 21 years old at the time. And after he passed, I had dove fully into opening this restaurant that him and I had just signed a lease on the month that he passed away.
Oh, this was your guys' project.
Yeah, this was the project that I had going on with my dad. And so we had... let's see, maybe 2 weeks after we had signed the lease, we went in there. He looked at it for the first time. It started because I, in the process of going to Richland, was looking for a food truck that I could potentially do, or a location for a food truck that I could do. I'm from Dallas, and so I know authentic Mexican and Tex-Mex food. I like to say that I'm Mexican and I'm Texan, so I have Tex-Mex in my blood, right?
For sure.
And so we ended up looking for locations in the Decatur area to possibly run a food truck. And it was over that course of time looking for a food truck that I found the location to open this restaurant that I ended up opening, Castro's Tex-Mex Grill. And so that's
on Oakland.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's at 130 South Oakland Avenue.
Yep.
And so that's how that came about, was originally from me looking for a potential food truck spot to reaching out to my dad and saying, hey, I think that if we go at this location, it would be a perfect spot to just open a Tex-Mex restaurant. And to
it is?
Yeah, it was a great location. And so to my blessing,
because at that time wasn't like Cherry Berry there.
Yep, it was
they had a nice little booming.
Yeah, they were there
cool.
for the frozen yogurt.
You know, I mean, it just looked, you know what I mean? They had a few nice people that gave a shit. I think Donnie's might have been over there.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice little area down there. And so, and you know, that still has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And so I
think the owner now gives two shits, though, is the problem.
Yeah.
You got to have people that give a shit.
Exactly.
Can't charge more and not give a shit.
Exactly. And so we ended up we ended up opening, let's see, there in August of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I was open for 7 months until COVID. And so after that, let's see, March, what was it, 14th or 15th of 2020.
Okay.
We went into the hiatus period where we had to wait for people to be able to be allowed back in places.
Oh, yeah.
And so we started allowing people back in under limited occupancy there, starting in like the early summer of 2020.
Okay.
Whenever people were allowed to start having, 50% occupancy, I think was the rule, or something like that.
Right.
And so it was shortly after that time that I had a hearing called for my liquor license, and we ended up having it revoked due to technicalities, and then also stuff with the city saying that they were called out too many times.
Right.
Pretty much saying that we strayed away from our original business model of being a restaurant, which, to be fair, we did. So.
Right. Okay. Well, let's rewind that. So you guys open up the restaurant, or not you guys, you do it, your father's passed, you proceed to carry forward the dream or the plan and all this. So for the 7 months you guys were open, how'd it go?
Oh, it went really well, in my opinion. Maybe if you were to ask the city of Decatur.
No, I just mean business-wise.
Yeah, I think
you had something mapped out.
Yeah, absolutely. It went really well.
So when you say city of Decatur, you mean what? There was more drinking than they wanted? Or how's that work? You have a bar, you can fucking drink.
So to start off with... you
can bash them. It's okay.
No. To start off with, we really had our identity solely as a restaurant, as a Mexican and Tex-Mex restaurant, right?
Sure.
And so this was the course of the first 2 months that we operated solely as a restaurant.
Okay.
So from there in early August to about it was like mid-October.
Okay.
Whenever we started having in a DJ. All right.
Okay.
And at this point, I realized, hey, there's this place across the street, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, that makes more after 8 o'clock. Between the hours of 8 to 2 that they do, throughout the rest of their day, right? And so I was like, okay, well, I see that there's opportunity there for, the college kids, first who I was marketing to when having the DJ, and I had this DJ. His name's Dan Rell.
He's still around, still good.
Yeah, he does real good with getting the college kids in there too.
Yep.
And so had him in there, and it went really well. And it was shortly after that, though, that I kind of lost the focus of the restaurant.
Okay.
And I, in hindsight, can say that I would have done things differently. But at the same time, I definitely learned a lot of really important lessons.
And at this point, you're what?
No, you're fine.
You're what, 22, 24?
I just turned 29, actually.
At that time?
Oh, yeah, yes. So I was 22 upon opening the restaurant. And so
Oh, that's what I meant. When this all happened,
yes.
you were early 20s.
This was 7 years ago. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, not that you don't
I was 22, and I had lost the focus of the restaurant's identity, okay? And it's not to say that I didn't continue to sell food and operate as a restaurant, but I definitely let the nighttime business take lead.
And so would you have to just blame that on, that's kind of where I was going with the 22-year-old thing, right? It's like, what kid doesn't want to have a successful bar that people are going to?
Exactly. And so I wouldn't even say that it was, because I was 22, maybe I would have made the same mistake at 29 if I was getting into it at 29. And,
fair.
It was just not having that.
I was trying to give you a cop out.
No, thanks. No, I appreciate it. It was just, having that.
But young and dumb is a thing.
What I'm trying to say was, it was the money was really good, and so that's why. And so I wouldn't even, it wasn't so much as like, oh, it's fun running a popular bar. It was just really good money coming in every single night.
So was it not legal?
And so here was the problem, okay?
What gets the city
I had
involved?
a liquor license that said I had to have at least 50% of my sales coming from food as opposed to liquor.
That's a thing?
Yes. And so it was only a thing because they have, in almost every city you go to, okay, they have only so many liquor licenses available. Okay. And so they'll say they only have so many liquor licenses of certain classes available, all right? And so in Decatur specifically, I think they have don't quote me on this, maybe 20 or so Class A liquor licenses that they can have out there at one time, which allows places to operate unconditionally to anything else as opposed to liquor, essentially. So you can just operate as a bar. Right?
I got you.
Yep. And so and those
are for what, the taverns and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, so for a bar. So I think that's what Lock, Stock, and Barrel across the street has for me, is a Class A. Okay. And so that's why they're not tied into food sales at all. They can have as many liquor sales as they want as opposed to food sales. Right?
Oh, their kitchen is just an addition.
Exactly.
I got you.
And so for myself, it was tied in. It was a requirement as part of this Class G liquor license that they said was the only one that I was eligible for and was available, that I had to have at least 50% of my sales coming from food, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's how they pretty much were able to revoke it by default. So they presented that as their first piece of evidence when taking the liquor license away, and they said that, again, because of these conditions, you're automatically in default. There's nothing you can do. There's no hearing that can be held. It's just going to be presented to the same people. And so that was that. And so it's something that I can't argue, but at the same time, I just wish the options they had in place beforehand were more.
Were the cops getting called out there for bullshit going on at the bar?
Absolutely.
Okay.
For bullshit.
For you serving people. Exactly. Just they would show up and be like, you know what, we can close.
And you better believe, with the amount that we were under scrutiny just for stuff that had to do, aside from, social media stuff, all kinds of stuff, that we were constantly under surveillance, right? And if there was any single instance of us selling alcohol to a minor,
you would have been curtains.
It would have been. It would have been over.
Yeah.
Right? And so we never, in this whole process, I never got charged for anything of the sorts. Selling, underage. Never even.
What was it? After hours was the claim?
No, that was their claim. And even at that, we had proof that
wasn't the case.
We had proof that everyone in our building, every single night, was out by 1:55 unless they were staff. And so.
Okay.
Yep. And so that was.
So a lot of it's just shit that gets circulated to make you look bad, kind of.
Absolutely, and this can all be proven also by going and looking at the fact that we were never charged with any of these sort of things, right?
Which
and again,
you
better believe we would have been, absolutely.
So go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, so I think my take on it was, you already said, if you could do it different, you could. You were trying to operate as a bar, and you shouldn't have. So, well, it worked. It happened. Yes. So that aside, though, it goes, your fuck up in my eyes was you started clapping back on social media at the public, dude.
Absolutely.
It is almost like, posting ghosts, bro.
Yes.
I don't know you, but posting ghosts.
And so
it's hard.
And so
because it's yours, right?
If I can say that, I would do any one thing differently in particular, it would be the way that I've handled my interactions on social media.
Right.
Specifically.
It's tough.
Yeah, and I'm somebody who I'm a passionate person, all right? And I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and whenever you piss me off, I'm not afraid to let you know and then also express and voice my opinion, right? Though sometimes, to my own to my own vice.
I get it.
And it's something that I've worked on and that I think going on 30 years old, I'm almost...
Well, and with how we understand over the last 7 years how powerful just you saying something on social, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You don't know till you do it, and then you go, but I'm right, and you're like...
Absolutely.
That's irrelevant, bro.
Yep. And man,
and there's trolls now.
And it started really, I remember exactly how it started, okay? So I'll take you back to the very first night before there was any bad press about my restaurant, about myself whatsoever. Okay. And this is after my dad had passed, after we had announced that we were opening the restaurant. And I remember somebody made a comment about the chairs looking small at the restaurant or something like that. Okay. And this guy and I, since then, he's coming to the restaurant. We've gotten real cool with each other. And so
he's the one who said it.
Yes. And so we've since had this cleared up. But I responded in some way talking about, I bet you wouldn't fit in this chair. Something real immature, right? And he posted that, and this guy was involved with. He was a first responder. Okay. And so that immediately set
one community down.
Off of just this one interaction, this whole thing came about that I don't respect first responders. Okay. And so that was the notion set forward with that. Okay. And so then what ended up happening is, combined with that, after this guy posted that, somebody else had taken a tweet that I made in 2016 from high school, took it totally out of context, put it underneath this because they said that it had to do with first responders or veterans in this example, and then use that, again, taking this tweet from 2016 out of context to then form this narrative that was driven forward for the course that I'm still trying to shake.
Right.
That
and you're I have nothing to do with this.
I have both of my grandfathers who served in the military, and people saying that I don't respect veterans, right? And so all of this literally came about from
somebody just
early interactions on social media, right? And I again have, if I could go back and do anything different, it would be the way that I handled that interaction, and then the interactions moving forward that came about as a result of that.
Right.
So
once you got your liquor license took, was it like game over, or did you still operate as a business a little bit, or?
Absolutely. Yeah. So
or as a restaurant, rather?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we ended up doing is we operated just with the food, and it's really hard to do much more than break even if you're selling just food.
I've been told that by everyone I know that has a restaurant.
It's a whole lot of work to just try to break even. And so I did it. I tried it. And then after that point, I ended up looking into other ventures, which is what led me to what I'm doing now.
Right.
And
so you still have this place over here, or it was a lease that you gave back, right?
Yeah, so I currently, we currently have it because my mom operates a catering business. She does very well. It's called Honeybee Boards.
Oh.
She does charcuterie
out
spreads.
Of that building?
Yep, and she has to have a licensed kitchen to operate out of, and so it works out perfectly, absolutely. So it's still in full.
Is she have a sign and everything?
No, it doesn't have a sign
she
because
just
it's
does
strictly catering. It's all on social media as far as her marketing and everything like that.
She ain't trying to have no one walk in anyway.
Yep. She hasn't really thought about converting the building, but she does use it for her catering stuff. So
no, it's getting used. Hell, that's all. I just seen your sign was still up, so I was like, I don't know what that means. Did the owner just not take it down?
No, she uses it every single day. She's very accomplished with her catering stuff.
Plug it. What is it?
She's very busy. It's Honeybee Boards.
Honeybee Boards.
Yep. They do charcuterie boards. Yep. Charcuterie spreads, all kind of
it's a popular
meat
deal.
Spreads. Absolutely. And she does a lot of events as well. She does weddings, she does parties, stuff like that. So
there you go. Get your charcuterie boards, Honeybee Boards.
Thank you.
Okay, so you though go, okay, we're not gonna barely breaking even is not my dream coming true. So your immediate next venture, which at this point you're what, 23?
Mind you, I stopped my education for this as well. Right. So did you revisit?
Nope.
I mean, at this point too, I was 18 months in with this. Having been this far removed from going to school, and then from that point would still have to go somewhere after getting my associates. Right.
So do you just leave there with? And if I'm prying, just say it. But I mean, I've started companies and it's not free. So do you leave there? Is there anything to sell, or is it kind of like, nah, I just kind of cut my losses? I opened it with cash, so was able to move on?
And so,
or is it like I owe $1 million on this fucking place?
No, and so it kind of works out that my mom transitioned to this catering business shortly after, right?
Right.
Because then she essentially just assumed the lease over.
And
so that also made it to where all of that kitchen stuff was in use. And then as far as the rest of the equipment that's in there, I do plan on revisiting opening someday.
Okay.
And so I don't want to call it total loss quite yet.
Right.
I'm still going to put in a lot of work in the future at some point to get it back up and running how we originally intended it to be. So. But
essentially, you have no choice but to kind of walk away from your dream without a pocket full of money.
Absolutely.
And what's your move?
Absolutely. So then at that point, I realized, okay, I'm not making as much money as I should and thought that I would be from this venture, right? I'm this many months into it. I'm this many dollars into it. I have to figure out something else right now to form a very solid business plan so that I can recoup some of this investment from over here and also start to make,
You're like, I need to make money.
Start to make some of this, really what should have been good money coming in from the restaurant somewhere else, right? Yeah. And so I got really creative, okay? And I started looking all throughout central Illinois for locations for buildings that were properly zoned to operate as adult entertainment venues.
Strip club?
Yep, absolutely. And so I ended up looking through all of Springfield, all of Decatur, all of Bloomington, a little bit into Peoria where there were some options, but then into Champaign.
Yeah.
The last place that I looked, okay? And so I wasn't able to find any real leads on a building that was properly zoned for an adult entertainment venue until I found this building out in Champaign. Through a connection that I had at my business in Decatur, was able to get a hold of the building owner, and from there was able to work out a lease agreement to operate what I am almost positive is the one available adult entertainment building, not only in Champaign-Urbana, but between
Central Illinois,
between there to here, with the exception of Peoria, where they're more loose about it. So
do you currently have what are we calling it?
A strip club.
Okay,
an adult entertainment lounge.
All right,
a cabaret.
That's what I call it,
a titty bar. You can call it
whatever you want.
Call it whatever you want.
You know what it is.
Yep. Really, as far as the progress and the plans for the strip club went, I had wanted to be open shortly after starting that venture, which was 2023, okay? And so I planned on being open there in 2023, and I ended up...
Oh, so this has been a thing.
Yep. I went into this. I started looking into this shortly after the restaurant was, not making its money back. And I have been in the process of this for several years, right? From filling out locations to now going into it. And so I wanted to be open in 2023. I ended up going back into the restaurant business, okay? Reopened the restaurant for a little bit. Tried to just see if I could stretch it out a little bit longer.
Right.
It just wasn't going. It just, again, too hard to really profit.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I got to put all of my focus, all of the attention into this other business, right? Because otherwise it's not going to succeed.
Right.
And so I committed to this fully, what I'm doing in Champaign. And then in 2024, last year, my fiance got pregnant. And so after that point...
First kid?
So yes, this is my first son.
Right.
He's 6 months old. He's the most beautiful, precious little baby boy. His name is Calvin James.
Isn't that life perspective,
man?
baby?
It's awesome. It's
awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Both of you.
It's been awesome. And so her and I,
Oh, it's an exciting week then, baby.
Oh,
Christmas,
man. Oh,
Jack.
yes. It's a lot of
he
firsts.
Don't know what the hell's going on.
A lot of
but
firsts
you do.
right now. First Thanksgiving, first Christmas. Yeah, his first Halloween.
He knows
we
what
got to dress him up and
he knows what
everything
the
like
photo side of a phone looks like. I bet you that.
It was so. Yes, he does. He tries to get on the screen himself, so we're already having to make sure there's screen time for
that
the
is
6-month-old.
great, dude.
But so that has been awesome.
Yeah.
But so we, we're focused also on her pregnancy throughout 2024, and then he was born in May of this year. And so just between the transitions of life, it's been quite a process to get this place open.
But you have the building.
Yes. And so here's where we're currently at is we are about 2 to 3 weeks away from our first event.
Oh, so
Yep, we are done.
You had a build out. You did a build out.
We did an entire build out. This build out originally, I thought was going to be, between $50,000, $75,000 maybe. Ended up costing me over $200,000 because of these electrical issues that we had. They said everything was out of date, not up to code, had to gut the entire electrical system, had to do all this stuff right. And so it was just awful. It was a nightmare. So many times halfway through, I thought, am I insane for doing this? Am I making the wrong decision? But, I was this far in and I had no choice but to proceed. And I'm glad that I did because now after being, at the end of the tunnel, that I am finally doing the fun things that come with about to open a business.
Right. So do you say you're about to have an event like it's on the schedule?
Yep. So we haven't put a date out there yet just because we don't want to not be able to meet that date, right? But
realistically, when you're talking early spring?
No, we're talking early January for soft launch events and then trying to get open there shortly after.
Yeah. Well, there's not competition, right?
There's another club out there, another adult entertainment venue. Yeah, they've been there.
Bullet?
Yep. They've been there for, I don't even know, quite some time, which is a testament to the demand out there because, they really do well for themselves. So
Right. So, well, it's it's college town. That's kind of a no-brainer, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
titty bar on a college campus. And even at that, there's immediate target audience, immediate demographic of another 200,000 plus people within 20-mile radius. So
right. Well, yeah, because I know like that place just outside of Bloomington, like Kappa.
Yep.
No one lives there.
Yep.
You're driving there.
Exactly. And so these places are able to get people from out of town also, and so I think you can be able to have people in town, and then also be a destination spot for people that are coming to visit the campus, right? Mm-hmm. People that are coming to visit Champaign.
So can you promote it? Do you have a name? Does it have a name?
Yep, it's called JC's Cabaret. We're located at 604 North Cunningham Avenue.
Yep.
And when I tell you this is going to be the hottest adult entertainment lounge Central Illinois has ever seen, you can come in and check it out for yourself and hold me to it and tell me if it's not true. All right. So we're going to be open probably between 7 to 2 a.m. Wednesday through Saturday, but our hours aren't final yet.
Is it you guys have a liquor license, or you BYOB, or how's that work?
At first, we're going to operate solely as an adult entertainment venue. We're not going to mess with any of the liquor stuff. Okay. We're going to make sure that all of our focus is also on the adult entertainment aspect. Yep. That we're bringing in the right crowd, the right clientele, right? Yep. And really go and build from there. So.
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be cool.
It's going to be fun.
Well, it's time then. You've been. And now at this point, you're going, okay, now it's time to recoup something, right?
Man, I got to start making some good money back, man, seriously.
Why that industry?
I would say because of the opportunity that it presents, simply the fact that...
it just years ago hit you like, we're missing.
There is only one other one, right, that's been around for this long, and they, again, have done well for themselves this entire time, and there is a demand for it. Right. There. And so
they've done well for themselves, maybe only because there's a demand for it.
Well, it's just a relatively untapped market too, and it's hard. It was quite the process to be able to even find the.
So that's what it is. There's a specific red tape that makes only certain.
Absolutely. So there's so many zoning requirements within operating an adult entertainment venue that some of them are properly zoned, but they don't meet the criteria outside of that, like the exceptions. It can't be within this many feet of this district, right? Can't be within this many feet of this type of building and so forth. And so that's why this building that I have available was at one point an adult video store.
Oh, okay.
That had carried this
you
all these years back.
You were good.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. They were already set for it. And so by default, we're allowed legally to operate as an adult entertainment venue.
Okay. Yeah, I can only imagine there's probably a whole nother set of crazy red tape law,
Yeah,
everything.
Illinois, Illinois is pretty weird about it. Because they're not as strict as you think they would be, and a lot of it, at least on the city level, so a lot of it does fall on state guidelines and what the state regulations are,
right?
Which we had to do so much research to get comfortable.
It's kind of like what we have to see what's going on in Chicago. That's what we can do.
Yep, absolutely.
Kind of,
and some of these places around here to see what they're doing.
Well, it sounds exciting. I mean, it sounds like you're in a spot where it's time now.
Yes, and I'm feeling mentally too like I'm at a point where I'm as ready as I've ever been to operate a business like this. Again, if I was doing this for my first time around, then I feel like I wouldn't know a lot of the things to look out for, right?
Yeah.
That will either piss the city off or that will put us in a position where we're not.
So how do you make money off of this? The girls pay you a chop of what they make? Is that kind of how it goes?
And so there's within the adult entertainment business in and of itself, there's several streams of revenue, right? You make your money that you get from the door.
Okay.
You make your money that you get from the girls' private dances. Different clubs charge them different percentages, right? You get your money that you charge them each night, like a hairstylist.
Like booth
rent.
It
out. Yep. So you charge them essentially a booth rent.
Oh, that's how it goes. When they show up with their bag,
exactly.
Got you.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
And so you make it that way, and then also off drinks, ATM fees. That's another big one.
Oh, yeah.
Slot machines once we get that.
Yeah. There's ways.
Yep. So there's quite a few.
Well, yeah, the busier everyone is, the better you're doing. That's kind of how it goes. So what is your going in? I'm sure you're already looking at the potential bullshit. How do you...
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, is it like I got to overdo security, or I have to?
Security
will you manage it?
Security will be our single greatest day-to-day expense.
Yeah.
You
do that private, or do you just hire?
You have to be very careful about who you hire for security, because just not everybody has the right intentions when it comes to security. Some people just want to be there because it's a strip club, right?
So do you hire a company, or do you hire individuals?
I hire individuals.
Okay.
But people do both.
You know what I mean? It would seem like, I'm not fucking digging through these weirdos back.
The reason you wouldn't necessarily want to go with the company is because from my experience too, I have looked into it, but some of these companies are also just working under contract for the company. And so already they don't even have too much. Exactly.
Yeah,
and so
you got to care.
You got to have somebody who cares.
Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of important too, is to go, hey, at your job is this. Your relationship with these ladies is completely different.
Yeah,
we need you to develop I need to protect you.
And so that's why it's important to, I have a lot of people hitting me up,
You're like, I'm sure you do, though.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds like a good job being security at a strip club. But I got to have somebody that really has the right mental approach with it, because it's the most serious job.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
People dealing with weirdos, bro.
Yes, it is so important. And these girls have to feel totally comfortable.
Yep.
We have to make sure that we're not having customers that are going to cause any trouble.
Yep.
There's just so many things that the security needs to keep track of, and so that's why it'll be, again, our greatest day-to-day
Will
expense.
you be the manager?
Yes, I'll operate the day-to-day management. I have somebody else who will kind of help with some of the bookkeeping, all that stuff. But,
Sure.
An assistant manager and all that, but I'll run most of the day-to-day operations.
Yeah, you at least got to see what the hell's going on. I guess you can't really hire someone to do a job till you've done it, right?
Exactly, and so it'll be my first time around too. So that's why it's
exciting.
Yeah, it is so cool, and I feel like, again, I'm at a point right now where mentally I'm as ready for it as I've ever been, just as far as making sure that I'm taking all of these things so seriously, so that we're set up for long-term success, right?
All your ducks are in a row. I mean, you're not waiting on nothing from a city. We're not on a permit, nothing on a nothing.
I have a couple final inspections that we'll finish those inspections and then announce.
Okay, so you're going. I'm not.
Yep. So I'm
good
not,
idea.
Yep. Not putting a date out there until we're done with the city, all that stuff. But we're close.
Yeah. So you got to work with the city of Decatur, right, as well as now Champaign. Are they comparable, or do you find? So I'm asking this for a reason, right?
Yeah. No,
There's I've had a few people lately who do a lot of work here, and they have the huge gripe is how on the permit side and the side that let you build, they really just put a major hiccup, and I'm like, is that normal, or is that just here?
What I'm learning is that it is anywhere you go. It seems, because these inspectors
they want safety.
They're all under their own really strict guidelines, right? And so they're not doing this because they want to be nitpicky. They're doing this because if something happens in the event, it is entirely on them. Not only to where they'll lose their job, but to where they will be,
it's a problem.
Yes, they'll potentially be sued, whatever it may be, or, I don't know what comes with it. But they don't want to lose their job, obviously, because, business owners aren't following the exact guidelines that they have to enforce.
Right.
So I think that it is anywhere but above that, some of these guidelines are a little bit excessive, So I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Well, and the problem is, just like anything, even though this is just a salary position that you get hired to do in a city inspector.
Yes.
It's like this authority.
Yes, true.
You know what I mean? Like, you have something now that we need you.
Absolutely.
So we have to be nice, and I think finally there's a few people going, fuck this.
Well, they do have authority. And
they do.
And so even my first interactions with the
You're
city
like,
of
did
Decatur.
I mention I'm still waiting?
Well,
I'm not going to say nothing.
Even my first interactions with the city of Decatur, some of their inspectors and stuff, I was maybe a little bit pissy with them when, it's like I probably should have been more understanding again that where they're coming from. But it is like still just so many hoops that you have to jump through anytime you're opening any type of business, it seems, at least in central Illinois, the Illinois area.
Especially if it's a change of whatever you call it, where you're different kind of business, and now everything gets inspected.
Exactly that. Yeah. So whenever
you have to have metal studs in here. It's like, well, it's already built.
They inspect. I can't even think to go over some of the specific things that they inspect, but they are as nitpicky as they could possibly be whenever it comes to different criteria.
Friend of mine, he's going through it right now, and his take on it is, he goes, I hate it because I'll do it. Just what is it?
Yes.
Just tell me.
Absolutely.
And it's like 2 weeks go by, and it's like, I'm trying to do it tonight.
For sure. And I think a lot of it is just like these people are so busy too, and then like you want it as a business owner, though you want it.
You're losing money.
Right. It is your entire life. Yes, right. It is your every waking thought. It is every single thing that you do. And so even
to them, it's another piece of paper in the stack of fucking paper.
And so what I'm doing right now with my business out there is just taking the things that I can do and control for the meanwhile, and just doing everything possible, and then giving the city their space after applying for a permit or an inspection or whatever.
You're not expectation of hurry isn't there.
No, exactly. Yeah. So
that's good. That's a good way to be. Yes, or you would just be pulling your fucking hair out.
Man, that's where I was at the first time. So, yes, it was, and especially in the passing of my dad and everything too. I wanted to keep busy, and so just waiting on the opening process.
So the key part to any business opening, whether it's online, whether it's in person, is like you even said, you can get thousands of potential people from surrounding areas. How do you market other than the obvious free Facebook posts or social media posts, which powerful, great platforms, but what's your marketing tree? Is there one?
For this specific business, for JC's Cabaret?
Mm-hmm.
So good question. I'm in the process of figuring that out, number one.
Right.
I'm in the process of starting to put it out there and everything, right? But I do think that this is one of those few types of businesses that really do market it themselves,
Yeah, right.
And so I think, when people hear that a titty bar is going to be opening, a lot of people
this event coming.
Yes, a lot of people hear by word of mouth. But on top of that, social media, number one, right? I think nowadays, in today's, marketing landscape, if you're not at social media, number one, first and foremost on Facebook, probably.
Pay for
then
your
you're
ads.
probably
it's
doing
cheap.
something wrong, depending on the type of business that you're in. But you better be out there on Facebook,
right?
So Facebook, I would say one of our leading marketing strategies, without a doubt. On top of that, other social media platforms through my Snapchat, through my Instagram.
You have good following. You currently have a big following of people.
I have a decent following. I have a decent following on TikTok as well. I have a lot of Snapchat followers.
Well, and even be able to tag communities in the area, that's huge.
Yep, absolutely. And so there's really no limit as to on social media how far you want to go with advertising it, but Facebook is very specific about running actual ads for adult entertainment. And so I've tried this, and so I have to be really particular about my advertisement words.
Oh, fair.
If I'm trying to actually
yeah. Or
got you. For most of the other platforms for that matter.
Right. So have you got any negative backlash from like Jesus lovers? Or I mean, I love Jesus. But
I love
just
Jesus
mean,
too.
Yeah,
but
I didn't mean that like that.
No.
That's a terrible way to put it.
No. It's okay. I love Jesus too. But I have not had too much backlash. Especially, I've had a lot less than you would think. And so,
are you like, because has it came yet?
I think that's part of it, but even from like some of the older people, like some of the older demographic, like 60 plus, I see some of them in the comments saying, hey, if they want to open this type of place, let them, it's their decision if people want to go here. And so
no one's making you go.
I think what it is that we're in 2025, about to be 2026, and people are a lot more accepting and understanding.
Right.
And
listen, everyone, it's time to level up. I've been testing Dubby Energy, and this stuff hits different. Clean energy, zero crash, laser-focused clarity, exactly what you need. Whether you're grinding, teaching, flying, or just trying to stay sharp through the day. Go to dubby.gg and use my promo code BeyondBiz at checkout for 10% off your order. Try it for yourself and feel the difference. Dubby Energy. Focus up, lock in, get after it.
Everything.
It's not full nude. It's just a titty bar. It's
okay.
I feel like a little bit more tasteful than a lot of the other adult entertainment options that some people.
How does that work? Is that your choice, or is that a license? Or is it again, like go with liquor?
So where I'm at, it falls on state regulations,
right.
State levels. And so we're choosing to be topless only, just because, again, I think it's a little bit more tasteful, classy.
Right.
And I think that our approach will kind of bring in.
We don't need to see what's in there.
Yes. We'll keep the right clientele coming in too. If they really want, to see all that, then maybe they, are a little too into it.
Right.
If they have
check yourself. If that's the problem.
If that's a necessity for their
if that string is ruining your night.
Yes. Then I don't think I want them in there anyways. So.
Yeah, your night was ruined before you got here.
Yes.
That's funny. No, I just didn't know. I mean, yeah, it will be interesting. But again, keep in mind that this is a controversial business, so you should expect
absolutely
to just not even reply to them, honestly. Because whatever you say, whatever you believe, you're right.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
it's
people,
like, you're right.
And people honestly are right to be offended.
Make sure your husband ain't here now.
People are right to be offended by it for the reason of not wanting their husband to go, or for the reason of
always just
not wanting their kids to be subject to even passing by a business like that, which I totally understand.
Want their daughter subject to a good job.
Well, so that's why I think it's important to just really make sure.
0 for 2, man.
No,
I'm 0 for 2.
I can't put too much of a opinion out there on who we're bringing in and whatnot, but we have a lot of, I guess, things that we need to be careful about so that we're not marketing ourselves in an inappropriate or way that is offensive to people. Right.
So is that a strange? I mean, I know, again, this is one of those deals where it's like, it'd be so cool to be the one that gets to interview these chicks. I know that's not real.
It is not as glamorous of a job as you think.
This is a business.
Yes, I like as a joke. I like to tell people that I'm the Simon Cowell of the audition process, and that I'm looking for my Randy Jackson.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's not a formal audition process because we haven't opened yet, right? And so really, I've had to go off of a couple things, word of mouth from the girls that I do know who are qualified. Who are
and that is, they have a network that's
absolutely.
They travel,
and so there's a little bit of trust involved. But with our initial lineup, right now we have about 15 girls that'll be in rotation.
How many stages do you have at your place? One, or is there some? Is there a few?
There's one stage. It's a lounge setup. It's not the biggest place. It's probably going to seat maybe between like 75 to 100.
Okay.
And so the lounge space is dedicated to the stage and the pole.
Yeah.
And then separately from that, we have private dance booths that there's 4 of them, and then we'll have a 5th VIP one shortly after opening.
All right.
So.
Yeah. Well, you're on to something at least.
No, it'll be a nice little setup too, as far as something different from what people are used to for adult entertainment. There's this place in Peoria, one of the most popular adult entertainment businesses in Illinois, called Big Al's, and they've actually been closed for a couple of years now. And not to bash on them because they were very successful for a very long time, but there wasn't very much of a personal feel there because you're in this huge, almost warehouse seeming. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and so that was the first thing that I noticed upon going there. And so
it was like a huge club.
Yes, absolutely. And there's no like personal and intimate feel with these girls, right?
I'm guessing they weren't going for that.
It feels very back to the word transactional.
Yeah.
It feels very transactional at that strip clubs like that, right? Yeah. And so this was all designed, this lounge in mind to have a very intimate and personal, feel with the entertainers, between the entertainers and our patrons.
Dude, I know a couple gals that were in the industry. And dude, they're the hustlingest chicks I know. Like people get it twisted. It's like, they do look good. You're right.
Man,
but
these
they
girls
are
are killers.
Freaking bangers.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're very experienced. At least you get the right ones that are very experienced.
And that's kind of what I mean. The ones that they know it's a hustle
for sure.
And they're like,
they're good. They're killers, man. They're killers.
Yeah, can't knock it, man.
I haven't had the opportunity to work fully with them yet, but from the ones that I do know, and again the ones that I have in the lineup right now, I'm pretty confident.
Are you married to this son's mom of yours?
So we have a relationship that is dedicated to our son fully, right?
Like you guys aren't together?
And so no, it's not that we aren't together. We just we don't really have a label on us. We have
your parents.
Yes, exactly. So I think.
Let me ask your girlfriend.
Yeah, we were together for 3 years, and then I ended up proposing to her. But we just don't know when there will possibly be a wedding. So.
Oh, but you're like, we're together.
Yeah,
we're just not. Yeah. She's not my wife, but I don't know how much closer she could be.
Yeah, but she's my fiance. She's my fiance.
Fair.
Yeah. So no, I don't have.
I was like, is this dude somehow manipulating this story? He's like, I got all these girls too, and she's cool with it. That's where I was going. How does she feel about the club? Is there any? There's got to be a thing, right?
Well, I had already started the process of opening this before. Yes, and she actually does adult content herself. Just full disclosure.
Okay.
And so, not in the form of being an entertainer, but in the form of they have platforms. Yeah,
yes.
Right. For these people to just be able to post content to, and she's made good money that way too. So she understands what it is.
Okay. Well, that does make it different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause all I'm thinking is like fresh off having a baby.
Yeah, no.
Dad's always going to the club.
How many
people you got to interview?
We have a very modern,
understood,
progressive relationship. But it's
it's required.
I'm not doing any of this for any reason other than to
business.
Put together a solid business model to make good money.
Yep.
Right. And so she understands that's what it is. So.
Right. Well, and if it makes sense, it makes sense.
Yep. Of course.
I mean, honestly, it makes more sense to me than a Tex-Mex joint, as crazy as that sounds, because I have a hard time with all my buddies who have restaurants. I've said the same thing. Take away the poker machines in the bar and we'll close.
Yes,
even though we're a restaurant.
It's just so hard to make money that way, man.
Make it $10 at a time.
It's so hard to make money that way, man. And
that's why we go up to Chicago and we go, God, you got to pay $100 a plate. It's like they got to stay open. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you do pay $24 a cocktail because they got to stay open.
Yes,
you know.
I mean, it's incredible how much the food prices have gone up even from the time that I started in 2019, right?
Yeah.
And I already thought
on your end,
they were high then.
It costs you.
Absolutely. Yes. And so you have to be able to make money other ways if you're a restaurant, right?
Yeah. That's when Woody was in here. We were talking about something. He's a numbers dude. And he's like, if anybody does whatever, 50-cent wing night or whatever, he's like, they're giving you food.
Yes,
paying you to eat.
Yes.
So get a beer.
And you're trying to get money in the other ways, right? With bringing them in.
But it is like, we can't, you just have to go, well, we have to stop 50-cent wing night because they're too expensive. He goes, no one wants to hear that bullshit.
Yes.
But it's like,
I understand.
So we're paying these fucks to come eat tonight.
I understand feeling the heat of having to put a good price out there that will
and then you're
feel like the customer is getting a good deal, but then also you have to give yourself a little room to make money, and so it's just it's so fickle,
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's hard.
Especially with something that most of the time a menu can stay how it is, but now every quarter.
Absolutely.
Literally, things can adjust enough that it's like, whoa.
And then, with
never in that direction.
They say so often, too, with different products, they only have so much availability of at certain times and whatnot. And so it's just everything fluctuates an incredible amount in the restaurant world to where it's hard to even bring myself to want to go back into the restaurant business. And if it wasn't for the fact that I do truly believe that we have the best Mexican and Tex-Mex food, not only in Central Illinois, but in the Midwest.
Oh,
right?
You got it, huh?
And so, oh man, we have it. Okay. I'm telling you. And so if it wasn't for that fact, me being so confident in the product, then I would just abandon it entirely. That combined with the fact that, two, because if it's not going to work, then, forget it being your passion or your dream or whatever, right? But number two, this was also the project that I started with my dad. Right. And so for that reason also, not even to put it second,
it deserves
not even to
a little.
Put it secondly, right? But even like almost right there with it is the fact that this is the dream,
your project.
That I started with my dad, who it wasn't able to see it through, and I am going to see it through that it succeeds, right?
What about the idea? What about backtracking to your original idea? Of a food truck, Tex-Mex food truck.
I love it, and I've been encouraged to go that way a couple times. I'm not I'm not opposed to the idea at all. I love it, and I might have to take you up on that.
Since you were thinking about it. Now there's every freaking where, and they're good.
Yes.
The food trucks are the bomb. Yeah, I haven't went to anyone that I'm like, well, that was a terrible burrito. It's like, nope, they're pretty fucking fire.
Well, like you said, too, since like 2019 even, I thought they were coming about then. There's a lot of them now. Yeah. And they do well. There's a reason there's a lot of them.
And there's room for everyone.
Yes. And
Tex-Mex,
so
yes.
I think it would absolutely work. But again, just it's kind of one of those things where it's like one investment at a time,
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was just thinking.
No, I love it.
You know what I mean? Time comes.
In addition to it.
Time comes. Before we open up this restaurant, let's see if we can pop some.
Ideally, we get Castro's Tex-Mex Grill back to a point where it's, operating, with, good profit margins. And it makes sense to make a food truck, an extension to that. And so that's definitely a goal.
Would you have does the city have a hard on enough for you that you won't be, it's going to be difficult for you to make something happen? Or it's like, no, you just follow procedure and it happens?
I can open back up at any point in time.
Because you need to be able to have margaritas.
And yes, I can open back up at any point in time and operate as a restaurant. It would be a bit more of a process to be able to convince them that we have a business model that they're going to be comfortable with to allow for us to have a liquor license there or whatever. But it's definitely possible for us to at least some point in the next few years.
Right.
Yep.
That's just on paper, get someone else involved that speaks for it.
Yes, absolutely.
It's easy.
Well, and I think it just comes down to putting your actions first, showing them that this is what we plan on operating as. They just don't want to see that we're going to be a business that causes a lot of problems for the city, has to get the police called all the time, stuff like that, which I understand. And so...
and let's be honest, nobody opens a business with that model.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It is like, of course, we don't want trouble. But I see when you explain it to me about going... Finally, I was having some income.
Yes, absolutely.
Was I supposed to shut the booze down earlier? Okay.
And it was, I know, exactly.
Okay.
It's like, was I just supposed to not sell the liquor and just like, well, I guess what they expected was that I was supposed to just not have the model in the first place that encouraged so much liquor consumption, right? I think that would be their argument. But again, at the end of the day, I'm a business owner that's needing to make money, that's needing to make my investment back. And so, by all means, I'm going to try to find the best possible path and route within it to make money. Again, with experience now and these lessons that I've learned, and you're like,
I didn't know you guys are going to fucking follow behind me.
You have to do it in certain ways that are within, all their rules and everything. But it's
live and learn.
Yes.
Well, at least you still got the spot.
Yes. No, I am so eager to get back into it at some point in time, but again, I just have to give that the necessary focus that it demands. And so until I'm at the point where this place in Champaign is operating by itself or, with a manager to do the day-to-day
Well, it'll be exciting just to see that place get open.
Thanks, man.
So I'm going to say, if it's not open by Valentine's Day, if it hasn't had something, a premiere or something, If I haven't seen it come across my Facebook, then I have permission to reach out and go, hey, man.
What's going on with it?
What the fuck is going on? You got another baby on the way?
You have a permission to pay me a visit out there, all right, and knock on the door and see what's going on in JC's
What's
Cabaret.
really going on here?
So we'll probably...
You need help with these interviews?
So, no, we'll probably... Well, hey, you want to be my... hold on, what other American Idol judges have run through the course? If I'm Simon, you can be the... like the Luke Bryan. I think that's one. That's kind of more up your alley, too.
I can go there. No, but I think it's just cool. I think I didn't know you, but so my impression before you came...
Oh, it was probably bad.
No, it wasn't that much, right? Okay. It was kind of just... I thought you were like probably an arrogant, rich kid that just failed and said, fuck it. And so that made me go... Oh, that's not that. Us like hardworking fucking people can't stand that.
And
but
I feel like
I don't think that now that I know.
Thank
that's
you so
not,
much. And I feel like based off of what your initial impression of me might have been, you probably would have been reluctant to have me on here too. So I appreciate you even taking the chance to have me out here and getting to know me. Right? And so it really, what I can say in response to that is that my dad was the hardest worker that I've ever met in my life. Okay, and not only that, he was the most gentle and intelligent and kind man, okay? And he really set the best example for me on how to go about life without him, all right? And so to my blessing...
It's powerful.
To my blessing, he believed in this business idea enough in the restaurant to want to invest in it, right? And I owe it to him as well as to myself, to my family, to, like I said, see it through.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where, it's not a thing where I view it as, I know you didn't mean it this way, but it's not where I view it as something that failed. It's just a lesson that I learned, and it was a very important lesson that will then, the experience from it will be applied this next go-round, right? And
I love the idea that using the word failed isn't acceptable.
For sure, absolutely.
Even if I'm the one who used it.
No, you're totally
I'm saying I'm the same kind.
And it doesn't offend me just because, I'll never see it as a failure at all. I won't.
And let's be honest, right? There's opportunities to figure out how to do something better or different.
Absolutely. And, to be honest, I made a good amount of my investment back when I was open.
There you go.
I made really good money there each weekend. And so... there's definitely a silver lining in that it wasn't a total loss, and I'm able to at some point again I'm able to resume that venture once I'm at a point where I'm ready to do so.
Yeah. Well, good. That's great.
Thanks,
I think even the idea of going, oh no, we're. To know it hasn't left your hands. It's going.
Absolutely.
The plan hasn't went away at all.
Absolutely. I'll never let it go either. Even if
something happen
for some reason my mom were to move out of state and get hired for huge catering job permanently elsewhere, then I would still make sure that we found a way to make it work here, because it's who I am as an entrepreneur. It's who I am as a person.
Right.
I'm as persistent as a person that you'll ever find, and so I can say that is certainly applied to any of my business dealings.
Right. Well, I only said that was shitty of me. I said shitty things and didn't even follow.
No, stop. I don't take it that way.
But the follow up was you crushed that.
Well, I appreciate it. And I said, I know you didn't mean it that way either. But it
was first impression before I meet you was like, oh, this fucking kid, right?
I understand.
Even back then, it was like.
I understand.
He's getting some smoke with the city.
And
bad move.
Even with this venture that I have now, man, I had to scrape everything together as an entrepreneur and really feel the heat of opening a business with significant amount of money that I didn't fully have access to because of how much greater of an investment this ended up being. And so with that being said, I put myself out there as an entrepreneur, put myself out there what I was doing, this type of business. I went and sold 25% of my business to bring on investors to be able to attain the rest of the finances that I need, man. Baby. Exactly, man. So I scraped this thing together and I really built something that I'm proud to say that I own, and a product that I am proud and very confident in. So
it's awesome. 2026,
baby. I appreciate it, man. It's going to be hot.
Yeah. Well, I'm impressed, man. I mean, I think there's nothing I like more than a young, hungry mind. And a lot of people 30 and under are really struggling to figure out what their path is and how to get there. And
yes. And I'll be the first to say that I'm nowhere where I want to be and should be still. Okay, that I still have,
That's great.
And I still have things that I'm working on right now as a person.
Yeah.
Not only in business, but just, in my day-to-day life and my day-to-day disciplines, right, that have to be applied like to the utmost extent if I want to be successful with all of this moving forward. And so I don't have it all figured out yet. I appreciate you saying that you're impressed, but it's like I am.
It's growth, man.
Yes. I feel like
necessary.
I'm in the process of starting to get my wings.
Well, and a few months ago here, you created a legacy. So now there's going to be someone on the back burner forever.
Yes, and it all means that much more. I feel the
fuel.
I don't even want to say the pressure of it. Yes, the fuel of it that much more.
You get to set an example.
Yes, absolutely, and it's a blessing to even be able to have an opportunity to build something for him, right? To be able to build things that he could someday acquire, someday take over, teach him the ropes too. So,
or just to be able to have your son say the words that you just described, your pops. Like that's like,
well, I appreciate
it's heavy, dude. That's
I hope he can do that someday, man.
You know what I mean? That's the goal.
I hope he can do that someday. Yes, absolutely.
But absolutely. I wish you nothing but good luck, man.
Thank you, man,
I think whoever is going to watch this because they are like, oh, what's going on? I hope you guys aren't disappointed because, a lot of people love negative, right?
Yes, I understand.
So I hope that the people watching that was hoping for some drama or some lying bullshit or whatever, that you can go, damn, this kid's doing it. Well, and he's not the kid anymore.
Well, if I could say one thing about myself too, is that I've always been a very positive person, okay?
Good.
I've always had a very optimistic outlook. I've always been one for the underdog, right?
Yeah.
And I've always been one to stick up for myself as well. And so I think that throughout the process of me opening these businesses, a lot of who I am got totally misconstrued, a lot of it due to my own fault.
Sure.
And again, I'll, blame some of it on my passion.
Yeah.
But I think that if people understand that, like, at heart, I'm just a very positive person, then they will see that I don't want any of that negativity in my life at all, right?
Right.
Who would?
Right.
So, and I especially nowadays do a really, I do a very, I guess, very mindful job of making sure that I keep all of my, mindset, all of everything that I'm doing positive, right? Everything that I'm exposing myself to, everything that I'm putting out there.
Conscious
I make
effort.
Sure to, make sure to keep it all positive. And
people see it. People notice it.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know why it's like this, but, you can give out 100 great tacos, but if you give one shitty one, everyone's going to know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Absolutely.
So that's just the world we're in. But, dude, I think you're doing good, and I think the good news is for naysayers and people who are just negative fucking fun sponges and just like to see people do shitty, is successful people. Success speaks for themselves. What you do, and it doesn't mean, oh my gosh, look at his jet. It means this thing is open. He said he was going to do this, and he did it.
Absolutely, and I think it comes down to working hard and doing everything to apply yourself in every way possible. And if you do that, then at the end of the day, you can't be mad at yourself for any of the decisions that you made whenever it comes to investing your money and time into a business, right? If I feel like that I applied myself in every possible way and gave it my all, that no matter what happens with it, I'll walk away from it feeling okay.
Right.
And so, not that that's the goal. The goal in it is to make money, of course, right? But just as far as the mental approach going into it, I think that's really important.
You sound positive about your new venture. Well, that's exciting.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it's going to be.
If you weren't optimistic,
and I will say a lot of what I've done to garner this reputation has been totally warranted. I mean, I have been an asshole to a lot of people over the course of the last, 7 years since I've gone into business, since, my dad, has passed, and since these other things have happened in my life. And I still have to, like I said, when I'm I say I'm working on myself, I still have to make sure that I'm being the person that my son will want to embody, right? The person that, my dad would be proud of. My dad was a very religious man, the person that God would want me to be, right? And so I think that it's still a work in progress, right? I think a lot of that stuff is in the past. I've been an asshole and stuff like that, and I'm just not perfect now, so I don't want you to think that from here, it's going to be all, perfect dealings, because I still
recognizing, right? Because there was a point in your life, my life, where if you told me I was an asshole for this reason, we were going to figure out how that reason was your fault.
Yes, I understand. And now I'm a little bit more open to seeing both sides. Fair. Yes, of course.
Yeah, I could have handled that different too. You're right.
Yes, absolutely. And so while I am
you're a work in progress, brother. We all are, man.
While I am still so positive, like I said, I still have to say.
You're a young business owner. You're a young father. You got, even though you carry it well, you got a fucking ton of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah. Well,
which, again, you get to go.
It's a blessing.
You get to have that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You don't have to have it. You get to have it.
It's a blessing, man. Yeah. It is. So I never will view it as a burden or anything like that. It's something that I wake up eager to attack every single day, that I have since day one of opening this business, that I will until the opening date, which I will not disclose at this time, but that I will have, throughout the opening process. I just am so committed to this, emotionally, financially, everything, that it's a lot. It's a lot of excitement right now.
What's the name one more time? JB Cabaret?
JC's Cabaret. Yes, sir. JC's Cabaret.
On Cunningham.
We're located at 604 North Cunningham Avenue in Urbana, Illinois. And again, our hours will be probably 7 to 2 a.m.
Well, what we're going to do is we're just going to stay tuned for something to float across and say you guys are opening. There's an event coming. You know what I mean? That'll be kind of the kicker.
Yes,
it goes,
absolutely.
All right, let's see what they're doing.
We'll put out an official announcement here very soon.
Well, that's exciting, man.
Thank you, Brian.
Well, this will, I guess, Merry Christmas, even though this will come out a couple days after Christmas.
Well, are you, do you have family in town? Are you going to be for Christmas?
So I'll go. I got a 15-year-old son and a 28-year-old daughter.
Oh, awesome.
And so me and him and two grandkids. So me and my son on Wednesday, on Christmas Eve, we'll go to my daughter's and take a bunch of stuff and food.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Go hang out and do Christmas. Cool. And then on Christmas itself, it's kind of like, the older you get, the families kind of have families.
Yes, it's hard.
I just kind of fall back. You know what I mean? everyone go to where you need to go.
And you're from here originally, right? Yeah, okay, cool.
But and I got my sister moved to Indy, and one of her kids is St. Louis. So everybody's just kind of, I think a couple years ago, it was me and I got together, and I don't know if my mom and I, or it was almost like, let's stop. We were turning Christmas or the holidays into the pressure of how are you guys going to make this work?
Yes. And I feel like whenever you get older too, that's how it is. And then
let's just say fuck.
And then you reach a point, or the adults reach a point where it's like they don't even feel guilty anymore. No. They're like, oh no, we're just they're not even making excuses. No. They're just staying in. So you shouldn't feel guilty.
No, it's like, so I think we went a couple years where we did it like Christmas, in 2 weeks before Christmas, and then it got to the point where it's just like, can we just?
yes, absolutely.
Nobody cares.
It's such a hassle traveling for the holidays
to go eat,
that I would prefer to stay in town. And luckily, all of our families back in DFW, so we'll be here for it as well. And so we have my sister lives in Indianapolis. And then my other sister is a senior at University of Illinois. Okay. Yep. And so my mom lives here in Decatur.
All right. So you guys will do your own little thing.
Yep. We'll just all go back to my mom's house and everything.
Hell yeah.
So have a nice
the holiday. I mean, they're still great. I mean, I love the whole idea.
And then do you have any fun New Year's plans or anything?
No, I don't really do too much. I would do a lot of work, and I don't usually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really do like really events or anything like that.
I understand. I even at this point in my late 20s, and I'm about over it. So
I mean, if there was, I like good comedy shows. I like stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm a solid stand-up guy.
Yeah. What do you do in your free time? Like outside of doing the business podcast? Maybe?
Honestly, dude, I really like photography, and because I'm a drone pilot, so
Awesome.
I'm kind of turned into like a visual nerd. When I'll drive past and see something cool, I'll pull over and put a drone in the air.
That's awesome. Nice. And so do you carry your drone around with you?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Oh yeah. And I got a couple and cameras and everything.
And so this setup, is it like pretty big, like the actual drone itself? Or
No,
are they small?
the one that I carry all the time is actually pretty. Matter of fact, it's this size, different brand.
Oh, sick. Oh, you got one with you. That's cool.
This is just that's the one that.
But it's a different brand than that one.
Yeah. It's that size though.
And do they have cameras on them already?
4K
That's
video,
sick. That's awesome.
20 megapixel
That's awesome.
photo. Crazy.
That's awesome. I bet they're fun to even just fly around too and like see.
Well, so when I have the
gives
ones you
different
put goggles on and you can race through.
Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's
dude. So
that's
one of my like kind of side hustles with my drone company is. And I say this because I have pilots like all over the country, right?
Yeah.
But they're not I can put this 4K Ultra HD camera on this drone and fly it through like a restaurant or a house or a sports venue and make a Superman fly through.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. Not something I can like sell to someone in another state. I can only go do it. Most people are like, I don't do that bullshit. But I have just practiced and crashed enough that that's my thing.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so like you'll get up there with the drone and like actually like go on a simulation course type thing. Okay, that's awesome. That's incredible.
Or if it's like
because that I have seen actually. I've seen it on like the maybe on ESPN or something. You know, I've seen it on the.
So
the
a real
channels.
estate buddy of mine that deals with commercial space, he's like, man, I got something that's like 100,000 square feet up north of Peoria, and I'm like, I'll come zip through that bitch and we'll play it in fast loop.
That sounds like a good one.
I've done a couple Amazon warehouses right before they open. I've done a couple.
And so, like, if you're carrying out and about though, and you're deciding to deploy it wherever you're at, what is it usually that you're putting it out there for to capture? Like just pictures, you're saying? Also, or actual videos as well?
Mostly video.
Okay, nice. I got you.
Yeah, mostly video because I'm a video editing nerd too, so it's kind of that.
I didn't even know if those things took pictures or if it's all video or something.
Both. And top notch.
I see.
Like
that's
actual
awesome.
great
like
color
great
grade. It looks like you have a mirrorless DSLR in the sky.
That's awesome.
For sure.
That's awesome. I see the business opportunity with it too. You know, the business potential that with being.
Well, so a couple of them are thermal drones. So we capture, we inspect solar panels, the big solar fields. We can fly and inspect one of them, and a percentage of the time a person could inspect it, deliver better data.
I see.
There's definitely use cases.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. But just wait till one day they're going to be able, they're going to be human sized, and you'll be able to fly yourself around.
I told them I have a custom motorcycle back here, and I said, I'm going to sell that sucker in 2026. And they're like, for what? I go, I'm buying a robot.
But just buy a robot,
I'm gonna buy an assistant.
a personal assistant robot, just like a real robot, though, right?
Yeah, answer that for me, man.
See, you're
in my voice.
I'm a robot fan, so you're like, I'll get a robot too.
For sure.
Robots are cool.
They're like, they got them now. I go, don't let them have a hot one. I'll stop dating too.
Some people are gonna go, I was gonna say you might as well I'll have some robot entertainers at JC's Cabaret. Have some robots on them.
I'm like, look, the way to my heart is just be able to cook. You don't have to do none of that funny shit.
I mean, I see. Actually, I think it's a real thing. People,
it is.
I see
it's about to get weird, dude.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna get weird.
I think. And probably in the next, that is going to make it weird.
It'll probably be one of the things that actually is. We're joking about it now, but it probably will be a thing.
Oh, I'm going to say literally within 5 years, if you got big businessman money, you'll be able to get one. But in 10, you and I could be able to get one that looks like a flesh-feeling mannequin that lives and talks. And you're like,
I was thinking more along the lines of a robot lover, but even
that's what I mean. Comes like how you order them, and it feels like skin.
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. I would want probably one that would do my cleaning for me.
Oh, they do everything. They don't sleep.
That's the number. If I could have a personal robot assistant that did my cleaning for me, then I wouldn't ever get complained about.
How about knowing you could have one that literally can do everything? Like you're like, I'm going to sleep, check the emails, get back with people.
Oh man.
Right?
I sign me up for a robot.
Let me get that.
Sign me up for a freaking robot.
Yeah.
But that'll be
your son will be 7, like I think that robot raises me. You're like, oh, I think so too. It raises me.
It'll be like, instead of getting screen time, it's like making sure your kids
human
don't get too
time.
much robot time. Yes, absolutely. We don't give our son too much robot time. Yeah. That will be a thing. Yes, that's crazy.
You're fucking right.
That's crazy to think.
Rich people are going to have robot nannies in 3 years. 100%.
I believe it.
100%.
I don't think that they're even limited right now from being able to put something like that out there, but they probably have to be like really safe about not putting something out there that's going to like harm people.
There's plenty of Chinese households that have them doing demos right now. Wow, you better fucking believe that.
As we're talking, there's robots.
They're so far ahead of us.
Taking action in the world.
Like Elon's robot that we've seen, it's like, that's cool, but I've seen that like 6 years ago, I feel like, in China.
I don't even know if I've seen that one. I don't know if
it's kind of
impressive or not so much. Oh, actually, are you talking about the one that's like like they tried to give it more of a realistic look? They tried to.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that one.
I mean, they did good.
I know
compared to nothing.
Well, and it's back then, I feel like that was a few years ago at least.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's all developed
we'll
so
see.
Fast, so quickly. What's your opinion on the AI landscape? Have you used it much?
Have you used it? I'm a $200 a month guy.
And so, like, what does that consist of? I'm just learning about it. So, like,
so in my world, a contracting company, oh man, this is bad for me to say.
No, I want to hear this.
A job estimator, like electrical job estimator. It's a desk job. You're 90,000 a year. My AI, I just dump. I get a blueprint of a building and literally upload it to my AI. It already knows the code because I've uploaded it.
Yeah.
It knows the parts catalog, how much I pay for everything, how much I charge.
Wow.
And we're talking 3-4 days for me to sit down and do with full-size prints and computer.
Wow.
90 seconds.
That's incredible.
Parts list.
Yeah, I see why.
I mean,
is that what you use it for mostly then?
I use it for literally everything, but that's like the most... because I'll do everything. I mean, even when it comes to generating ads for my companies, when it comes to follow-ups with things, I'm to the point now where I don't even go into like Google? The programs that I used to use. It's just generate.
Do people that use AI like for their main preference are you using it instead of Google?
Well, that is what people are doing instead of utilizing AI. Is they're treating it like it's just I can ask it questions.
I see.
And it's like
I see. I'm really unfamiliar with it, so I'm starting to familiarize myself a little bit more, but I'm a little late to it.
Yeah, no, but it is like they have these free virtual AI. What the fuck? If you just look up a couple things on Facebook, and it'll start getting in your algorithm.
I see.
They have the AI summits. That's what it's called, AI Summit. It'd be free AI Summit to where you can go get like a 9-hour course that you do at your own speed.
Okay.
And I've taken like 10 of them because it's prompting AI. It's basically going, okay, it can do whatever, but how do you make it do whatever?
I see. And so that's
AI prompting is what it is. It's going, I can literally tell it what you look like exactly right now and say, create this image, even without taking a picture.
And so does a lot of it come down to understanding what prompt to give it?
Yes.
I see. Makes sense.
Like if you're wanting legal advice, you tell it that you need it to act as a professional criminal defense attorney.
I see. Okay, very neat.
Or a litigator or
No, that's good perspective.
I know you're not a doctor, you can't give medical advice, but I need you to act as a surgeon.
No, that's a good example.
The best one in the world. And it takes that.
Yes. That's a good example.
It's weird.
I see.
But
it makes sense as to why it's utilized. I mean, and I'm sure once I get more into the day-to-day operations that I'm going to find so many, needs for it.
So I don't have
this type of business.
I don't have a buffer between me and the people that I deal with. Like I don't have a personal assistant.
Yeah.
And I also, if it's the wrong time of day and I check my emails and I read it wrong, I'm going to reply wrong.
For sure.
Absolutely. That's just how I roll.
I understand.
And I need to not, right?
No, I understand.
So I now literally, there's nothing to even think about. I get an email and I highlight it all, put it in ChatGPT, and I go, here's what I want to say back.
Love it.
And I tell it. And it goes, okay, we'll put it into a much more polished version.
Love it.
Because I'll cuss and everything. And
so
then it'll be like, boom.
You're actually able to be more efficient with it, though, too.
Also, we deal with a lot of state contracts and shit. And there's been a couple emails I've got that I'll upload and be like, man, what does this shit carry any weight? And ChatGPT's like, nah, they have no idea what they're talking about. That's just jargon trying to punk you.
That's like, hilarious. That's what? Hilarious. So
like, can I craft a reply? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. It talks and everything.
I know. I love that. That is what I've started to use it for. Like just the very basics of
Brainstorm
it. I've
too,
started
bro.
to see that it gives you like a response. Would you like for me to do this, this, and this?
Yes.
It's like yes.
It's
like
I'm telling you.
Wait, I want you to do that, but hold on first. Like do this. And
dude, you need to put that sucker on your dash or your earbud in when you're driving home, and you need to just go, hey, so here's my name. This is, look, I had this restaurant and it lasted this long.
To it. Okay,
get to know you.
Okay,
get to know you.
I'm hearing you.
Tell it what you're doing, what's going to open, and go, what is the best way to promote my opening launch? And just see what it says.
Love it.
And then if you don't like it, say, give me a better idea.
Well,
not like that. Give me a better.
I love that you're saying this because this is the only thing that I've. I guess it's ChatGPT is the one that I use, and it's the only thing I've used AI for so far. Is specifically here in the last like month, probably to put together things, essentially giving it prompts, right, for marketing for the strip club. And so I will absolutely tell it.
So have you heard of like Canva?
I need to offer it the full scope, though, is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
really understand.
Give it your passion.
Yes.
It's so weird. I mean, it really is. Like it answers. Like it says my words.
I see. So it's so
like we could ask it the same thing.
It'll give it. Yes. Understood. That's neat.
It's so crazy, but I think that's it. It's personalization. To where if you feel brave enough to give it access, it can reply to my emails without running it past me.
That's incredible.
You know what I mean? It's like, I know your agenda. I know this.
You haven't given it that capability
Hell
yet,
no.
I was going to say.
Hell no.
I bet soon it'll be at the point where you can trust it enough to, though.
Yeah, my problem is just, and they do. It's like anything AI does. So like when I have a Zoom meeting, I turn on this AI feature, and at the end, it goes, here's a summary of your meeting.
I see. And very neat. And so you're saying you have it record, essentially.
And it asks me, can AI take notes on the meeting? And I say, yes, I want it to. And as soon as it's done, it's like a documented bullet point on our discussion.
And you're recording it on your phone, right?
No, I do. Well, it could be, but I do them on my computer. I just from my Mac.
Oh, I see. So then you upload the recording from the computer.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, very neat.
Well, no. So as it's recording on Zoom, like when you hit Zoom and push record.
Like in real time?
In real time. So as soon as we get done with the Zoom meeting, I can forward you the bullet point. Like I had a note taker sitting there getting minutes.
I see. So it is it's a component. It's an actual component of of which platform,
Zoom,
of which AI platform is that?
No,
using things like that
it is a GPT extension of Zoom.
Oh, a ChatGPT extension of Zoom.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So if you go on Zoom now, it has worked its way
crazy.
in.
I didn't know it was like that now with like the integration with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay. Incredible.
Couple different. So I'd say that Gemini and ChatGPT and Grok are probably the ones, but I've used ChatGPT now, and it's like.
And so that is the one you recommend then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it goes like this.
I trust your word for it.
Use the free one, and then eventually if you're going, what the fuck is this thing loading or what? It's like, no, you need to spend $20 a month.
Makes sense.
That's called the plus version. And then if you get to the point where you're trying to have it do your books and hit multi things, you'll go through it again, and then it'll even tell you, hey, you can benefit from using Pro. It's a lot more expensive, but you could utilize it.
Like
and here's how you could use it.
Model that has, okay, because I've seen it, and I've just maybe used it 5 to 10 times.
Yeah.
That I haven't
if I could not encourage you to do anything else, it would be dive in
to start utilizing AI.
Yes,
love it.
Yeah, because you're going to be able to utilize it. And dude, they said last year the number one thing ChatGPT did was therapy.
Okay.
How crazy. Talk parents off a ledge, talk spouses because it knows how you act, so it knows what it needs to say.
Matter of fact, maybe sometimes I feel like if I'm not being heard, maybe I just need to go
I'm telling you,
maybe
bro.
ChatGPT will listen.
And you sit there and you can even go, I know you're a fucking computer, and it'll be like, yeah, calm down. I'm not
So it's one of those things that if no one else will listen, ChatGPT
That's it.
will.
And it has better advice than anyone else who would actually listen. That's the crazy part.
That's
what
awesome.
it said is you have the ability to have the smartest assistant ever, a PhD in every single subject ever. Do you want to use it or not? It's up to you.
I like the way that you put it. Yeah.
You know, literally a pro in every.
Yes.
I mean, I've
True.
done.
It's a personal assistant.
Yes.
You have access to it all the time. Yeah. And so how then do you? And I'm really glad that I'm sitting here with you for this conversation because it's something that I've just started researching. How, in addition to the integration with not Skype, what is it? Zoom. How is it with other than the integration with Zoom? Has it integrated into other apps?
So I'm not sure. It's kind of like as you go.
Or is that like the lead one right now?
But so I even like a lot of the creative apps, like Canva is one that you can like create posters and
that one I'm familiar with.
Okay, so they now have AI integration there, but they have their own. I don't think it's ChatGPT.
I see.
Same with CapCut. Is everyone's having their own thing, and it's coming from some open AI.
For sure.
But I don't think anything is plugged. I know on Zoom. They actually,
but
they're two big
that's
names,
the first one
so that
I've heard
made
of
sense.
That has that full-on integration with the. That's cool though.
But even one of my newest drone I have, it has AR, augmented reality.
I see.
To where it can like count cars and people and from the sky. If it drives behind a tree, it knows you're going to come out on that side of the tree and it'll follow you.
And so it's augmented reality, I guess, option or it's AI option. Okay, I see. That's cool.
Yeah. And it's like for first responders and shit like that mainly.
I see.
Because it is like if you pulled out of here right now and I put that drone in the air and put a box on you and you went behind the building, it's going to be like, all right, he's either coming out here. I'm going to watch both and I'm going to light it up whenever it. It's weird.
I see.
So cool.
I see. That's
it's
very
cool
neat.
if you had use case.
No, that's so cool though. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like they're even gonna get crazier with like in the next probably 6 months or so. You're going to be able to do more things on your own drones that you have right now. Or are they like that? Do they update or?
Yeah, but so they're running. They do make you have an FAA pilot license to fuck with one. So they're like going to having toy drones. Or is only going to be allowed in areas called FREAs, like
so it has to be very like specific areas where there's not going to be interference.
Some farmer said this 10 acres, you guys can fly your remote control helicopters, planes, and drones.
And that's going to happen soon?
Yeah.
Like to where they're going to require that? I see. And what are your plans for that? Are you going to get your...
I've been licensed up.
I didn't know you were licensed.
Oh, awesome. So to do anything for compensation, you have to be licensed anyway. So I've been licensed for 7 years.
And so you had to take a pilot's course for that?
FAA 107 federal aviation.
Did you have to go on the plane, fly in the glider or anything like that?
No, since it's unmanned aircraft license only, it was just the opposite. It was going, we don't care what you can do manually. We need you to remotely.
You in simulation? So they had you actually do a test?
Yes, 50-50.
Yeah.
Well, no, not even 50. Most of it was paperwork.
I see.
But they don't really care if you can actually fly it. They just want to know that you know how.
Oh, I see. And the rules about it?
Your skill set is up to you, but they make sure you are legally know the rules of the aviation, aeronautical knowledge for being in other airspace.
And you say you got it 7 years ago. You got it 7 years ago for this?
Mm-hmm.
And so you were probably in it pretty early. I feel like not that many people were into it.
I thought so until I jumped into it, but I started the company in 2000. So from 2018 to 2022, I just flew as a freelance pilot under Aerial Elite Solutions, the name.
Okay, I see.
And because I was trying to build some clout, so when I started the company, it wasn't a nobody knows me.
Makes sense.
So it kind of worked.
Yeah.
Kind of worked. But the problem is the people I was a freelance drone pilot for, they're global companies. They still are.
I see.
So my competition is global companies
these huge companies
have freelance pilots with skills that fly for them, and I'm their pilot here.
I see.
So I can't.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And the deal is, it's like I could probably do better pricing, but they're getting hired by Verizon to do their 500 telecom towers, and they don't want me to go, well, I can do 40 of those. I'm in this area. They're like, well, yeah, but we need 500, and they got them.
Right.
But you can do them for him, and you can do them for... So...
Right.
It's not...
I feel like it's... I
don't know.
Pretty hard to establish yourself, fully.
I just needed, I needed to come in with $10 million, honestly.
Yeah, I bet.
It was one of them where I came in with one, and it was like, well... That's cool.
Yeah, I bet
Good
it
for
was
you,
so
guy.
hard to
Good for
establish
you, buddy.
yourself fully. But I mean, you're still
there.
You're still doing it though on a day-to-day level and everything too? Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
So I'm still, it's like a 10-year plan. I'm 4 years through, and I have to remind myself that it was a 10-year plan.
Absolutely.
You know?
I understand. Yes. Being 4 years into also
It's like
a
going,
10-year
I don't
plan
want fucking
with
6
the-
more
I
years of this.
understand. Yes.
I don't want it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
so,
you
either way.
gotta remind yourself though, like why you got into it, and you know
Right.
you gotta also
it's
have
part.
you gotta also though have a passion for it. You obviously like flying, right?
Right. Oh, I do.
And so,
It's an awesome. Yeah. It's just it's one of them where it's not small business.
yeah, it's like you're competing with these huge companies.
And they're companies that start with $20 million donor money.
Man,
you know, they don't
absolutely.
even have to pay it back.
Yep. So
know?
it's like from the beginning. You're
Yeah.
huge.
And they have no drone pilots.
Yeah.
They just have a system for us to upload the data to that they request from us.
I see.
So it's not like you call and go, hey, let me tell you what's going on this mission. They'll be like, I don't know. You better chat GPT. No.
Man, yeah, right. I was just about to say use AI.
Like, I don't know. I'm not a pilot. It's like, oh, okay, fair enough. But no, it's cool. It is a cool industry. I've had some neat opportunities. I've shot a couple aerial stuff for a couple indie films.
Oh, okay, very neat, very cool.
Yeah,
and like these were ones that you got to see the final product, like they actually put them out, or not yet?
Both of them are currently like finalizing.
They're in production right now. That'll be cool. That'll be cool.
This just happened. Yeah,
that'll be exciting to
Which
see
it was
your work
neat.
in the movie.
Yeah, it was at a drag strip in
Was this local?
Havana, Illinois.
I see. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just got a phone call
Both of them?
going, hey, can you do this? And no, the other one was at a racetrack it was in Indy, but it wasn't like not the racetrack.
I see.
It was just a racetrack.
I see. Okay, that's
Dirt
cool.
racetrack.
And it was for an indie film though, also.
Yeah,
Right? Okay,
separate
cool.
indie films. One's on a drag race driver.
That's cool though. Very neat.
Yeah, people just making films. So I had a dude in here on the podcast who's a filmmaker.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
when he figured out I was a drone pilot, he's like, do you have like a portfolio? And I go, I mean, I'll show you some shit I did. And he's like, oh, you got skills. I go, yeah, bro, I fuck with it.
Nice, that's awesome.
And he's like, I'm going to put your name out there. Like 2 days later, a dude.
And so that's how you got that connection? Okay, very neat.
Yeah.
Very neat.
It was like, he's like, if you do good, they'll hire you.
Where is he a filmmaker out of?
He is here. He's a filmmaking production teacher at Milliken.
Oh, very neat. Okay, cool.
He just put out a movie called Halloween called Trick and Treats that he directed, whatever. So he bought Mount Zion Grade School.
Oh, okay. I see.
And the whole bottom of it is
Like
a film
recently?
studio a couple years ago.
Okay, wow.
I went and saw it.
I see. That's awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had no idea they had that over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's called
And so, but it's a studio though. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to do that.
It's like New Age era. I don't know what it is, but
nice.
it's something cool. He's got it. It's hooked up. I mean,
that's cool to hear about. Yeah, I have a couple of friends in Central Illinois just that are in the film industry, and so they, I'm sure they'd want to check that out too.
Oh yeah, it's cool. But they did like the premiere at the Lincoln Theater. You know what I mean? Like the nostalgia. I don't know how familiar you are with it down there, but they like did a red carpet there and shit.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't local
like for
actors.
for the movie, for the Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
awesome.
So where they were there and was on a panel and got to question.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
They flew in the actors and actresses and had them red carpet. It was neat.
Well, and you had him on here how long ago?
Maybe 5. It was like you could pre-order the movie right then because I sat here right on the podcast and pre-ordered it on Apple TV because he was like, I was encouraging people. It's like if he could get 200 pre-orders, then he would be.
You're saying this was like 5 months ago, though?
It was right before Halloween.
Okay, cool.
Or maybe beginning of October.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah.
So this was recent.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, that sounds like a good time then.
Yeah, it ended up being cool.
I bet. And then it was his actual film
movie
that you did it for?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And I think that was it. It could go I don't know. If you get so many pre-orders, it goes on different platforms, which now it's, I guess, everywhere. It's around the globe now, so it worked. Whatever
that's
it was.
Sick. That's sick.
However
well, whenever you get a clip of it, you'll have to post it. I can't wait to check it out when you get a clip of your work.
Yeah.
That sounds sick. Sounds sick, bro.
But yeah, he created a couple opportunities, and it's just people helping people. Really, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
And creatives are different, bro. You know what I mean?
As
Like
far as-
artists, like
Oh,
music
yes,
artists
it's so
and
fun.
film.
I
and
love
all.
working with creatives.
They just got big.
creatives.
They got it, dude.
I love working
Same.
with creatives, and that's
Same.
why I had just a fascination even as to what filmmakers around here you
Right.
worked with, because I love just learning about different people in the area that are applying their creativity in such ways. Even especially with what you're doing.
Right.
I think that this is the purest form of it is connecting with
Just
other
chatting.
people, right? In
Yeah.
the name of being able to put a product out there to create, and I think you're a creative as well. So.
Well, thank you. Well, and I think that's what's weird is to go, who wants to sit here and watch people talk? It's like, well, I do it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
watch
And
people
after
talk.
you sent if your podcast
Yeah.
wasn't good, if I didn't enjoy the
Yeah.
interviews that you had, then I wouldn't have watched them. But I watched probably 5 or 6 of them
thank
before
you.
I came here. Of course,
Yeah.
just because I liked them, right? And
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
And they're enjoyable.
Well, that's it. I don't know. I don't usually ahead of time. For a while, I wasn't even scheduling them on purpose. I had someone that would do it for me,
Okay.
and then I wouldn't even.
But as far as you wouldn't know what you're going
them
into,
when,
that's
yeah,
fun. That's
I don't
fun.
even want to know who it is.
That's fun. That's cool.
But then it was like a couple people that are smarter, way better than me or
Yeah,
whatever,
no,
and
I
I'm like,
understand. It's like I
should
feel like I
probably
need to
say
be
something cool.
prepared, like
Yeah.
a little bit prepared or something.
who
like
are you
that.
again?
right.
Who the fuck is this guy?
No, I bet. And so
it went
did
over
you,
well.
Did you have to get comfortable with it, or were you from the beginning? Like, do you feel like you were really natural? I haven't watched your earliest
So my
videos,
first 15 were people that I know. So the only awkward thing was telling them, like, it's going to seem kind of weird that I'm
'Cause
talking
it's
to you because
me.
I just smoked a
Right,
cigar
right.
with you Friday and we
Right,
talked about all this shit.
for sure. Makes sense.
But they were 100%. Everybody was a podcast fan.
Nice.
So they were just going, okay, I've never done this, but I get it. Yeah, I get
No,
it.
it's
Whatever
fun.
we haven't talked about on
I bet
this.
it's fun to put
So it's
together.
cool.
I bet it's fun to put together.
Well, now to the point where, like, this shit will get uploaded into a file, and I'll get the edited version on
Awesome.
it, and it'll be clipped and cool, and my editor that's the bomb.
Awesome. How soon after does it get posted?
So I post one a week.
Cool.
So it'll be next Tuesday.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, that'll
yeah.
be exciting. I
Yeah,
can't wait to
it'll be
look out
fun.
for it,
It'll be
so.
cool. But yeah, I encourage you to share it and the platform itself. And
Yes, absolutely.
And so my thing is kind of, I don't know how this will work out for you, but either way, we'll throw it out there and we'll see what happens. But so the people that I know have up and coming things, I'm going to do a thing in 2026 where I bounce around to their businesses.
Awesome.
Even if it's just in an office, I don't want to be on the stage.
I was going to say,
But
we can,
just
have
to
you, we
go-
can have you up.
But
We can have you up there as a feature entertainer for the night, and you can document your experience there with us.
well, we'll do something. But I really would like to follow up, even if it's going, hey, bro, you did it. We're here.
Awesome,
This
bro.
is the parking lot of the place.
I would
Or-
love that. I
you
would
know
love
what I mean?
that. Yes, that would be awesome.
Well, it's just-
and I can't wait to just
more people.
even outside of the channel and everything like that. I can't wait to have you out if you ever have the opportunity to. I don't know if it's
for sure.
the type of thing to check out, but
Yeah,
it's going to
I
be
like supporting.
It's going to be a fun place, and
Yeah.
we'll have again at some point in the next few years plans for our restaurant back out here in Decatur.
Yeah.
We'll be able to go at some point and enjoy the best Mexican and Tex-Mex food in all the Midwest after chatting.
There we go.
Go to the restaurant. and
There
have
we
some
go.
really
I
good
like
food.
it.
Sound good, bro?
JC's Cabaret.
Yes, sir.
It's coming.
JC's Cabaret,
Coming.
604 North Cunningham.
It's coming.
North Cunningham Avenue, opening soon.
Pay attention to Facebook. We'll know what he's doing. Thanks a lot for coming in, brother. Happy holidays to you. Congratulations on fatherhood.
you so
Congratulations on your new business.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you guys need charcuterie boards, go to
Honeybee Boards.
Honeybee Boards. There
Yep,
you
yep.
go.
You can look us up on Facebook.
All right. Well, thank you, brother, for your time.
Thank you so much,
It's a
bro.
pleasure to get to know you. And thank you
awesome.
guys for your time. We will catch you next week. Until then, be kind to each other. Thank you.
Awesome. That was great.
Hey, thanks again for joining me for this episode. Before you sign off, here's a quick word from the companies who make it possible for us to do this. Aerial Elite Solutions, when it comes to drone technology, no one does it better. From solar inspections to construction monitoring to telecom towers to wind turbine blades to real estate coverage to event showcasing, AES brings the sky to your side with unmatched quality, precision, and speed. Reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions at flyaes.com and see how they can elevate your business today. Midwest Lightning Rods. For nearly a century, they've been protecting homes, farms, and businesses from one of nature's most destructive forces. When lightning strikes, they make sure that you're covered the right way and the safe way. Contact MLR today at lightningstrikes-weprotect.com to see how you can become part of the community protected by MLR. Support local, trust the best. Aerial Elite Solutions, Midwest Lightning Rods. Excellence from the ground to the sky. Thank you again, and we'll catch you in 5 days. Until then, be kind to each other.
Yo, we on business. Yo, we out here hitting that grind. Podcast vibes, letting loose, unwind. Next on the mic, yeah, he flexing with pride. Meeting dope souls, taking you on the ride. Talking about life, not just that paper. Doing it big, ain't no time for a hater. People yap behind his back, but we rise like the sun. Gather round, fam, we just having some fun. Beyond business, it's a vibe, feel that thrill, getting intimate. May even get your heart filled. Meeting the legends, those raw and real. Digging deep thoughts, show you how to feel. From the block to the boardroom, we making that move. Beyond business, baby, yeah, we got the groove. Shout out to the hustlers, the real street thugs. We all eat together, no need for the drugs. Yeah, you blessed with the gift, determined to thrive. Nick's breaking it down, keeping that fire alive. Let's go deep like the ocean, no bluff. Beyond business, baby, we can't get enough.